How about this one? Here we go. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I want to say. You know, I like my strippers just a little bit older, and I don't want to lose your love tonight.
Oh, I like it.
I just want to lose your love tonight. Happy Father's Day, motherfuckers. What other local Bay Area podcast is that?
Easily I approach the fifth of him because there ain't no joke.
What episode is this?
18.
Drink Tokens podcast number 18, the Father's Day edition.
The Father's Day.
Right?
We got Rob back in the house.
Yeah. I was out for unforeseen circumstances, or how do they say it?
Unforeseen.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to me, you know, one of those things.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear all those
AKA
things.
my kids want to fuck up grandma's plumbing at her house.
Oh shit. Jump right into Father's Day with a horrible kid story. I love it.
Well, yeah, you know, my kids can fuck up the beach. Like what do we talk about that? Adam Carolla says that, right?
Yeah, Adam Carolla.
Podcast. Yeah, my kids can fuck up the beach, man. I tell you.
So what happened?
Grandma's house.
So what happened?
First day of summer, you know, let's go to grandma's, let's go in her pool, let's hang out, and let's fuck up her plumbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens.
So I'm stuck there. Water's pouring out, trying to find the main line to shut the water off. Then I got to find a plumber. Then I got to haggle, and then I got to wait. Then I got to deal, you know, yeah. So shout out to you for holding down the last podcast. Actually, that was a great job.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
So good job, man.
It's a team effort. If I'm something happens to me, you're running the show. Yeah. So it's gonna be no worries. Man. And we had good guests, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, they were breaking down the 411. Chuck was he's a good leader to that crew.
Yeah.
They're doing some big and bright things.
Underground Brawlers League, right?
Yeah, you got John who's fucking got footage of knocking fools out, and then you got Skeptic who's ready to jump in the ring officially for the first time. So yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah, that's good.
Got some good reviews. So
yeah, I missed out definitely. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
we'll bring you back. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we gotta find someone that'll go out there and record some fucking footage, because it's probably gonna be gnarly.
Too Tall will get out there.
Oh shit, that's what we need. I was thinking about hitting somebody up. If anybody's out there that sees this, maybe it's too late. Maybe you get out there, but
it's
get
not
some footage and
26,
shoot us.
Right?
Yeah, get some footage. Yeah, because I want to see.
Yeah, get some footage for us.
Because I like kind of the range of bands as well. It was like alternative bands, and then you got rappers, and then you got that La Motita Cruda. They're like ska. They're like like a Latin ska band. So they had some kind of dope grooves. Kind of, you know, ska's always close to reggae, so it's pretty dope. You can catch them on YouTube. And that other dude, Chris Angel, what's his name? Chris Anxiety.
Magician?
Yeah,
is it magician or what?
Yeah, Chris Anxiety. I because he, like, a bunch of the dudes added us, you know, start following us, and so we're following them now. And so he's got an album too that just dropped, Circus, and so he's in there. I just like threw up a little post with his song in there. It was pretty good. So it's
Speaking
gonna
of
be
song, you know.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Thinking about doing a Father's Day song to kick it off, you know. For all you fathers out there, you can relate to this one, I think. You know what I mean? Here we go. Bitch, I'm a big gangster. I turn around with that foreign love, cocaine slang, or 100 racks, just sold them all, surrounded by the angels. Diamonds when I'm talking love. She want to be my little baby, but I'm afraid to fall in love.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now smash it.
Jam
now smash it.
That goes out to all you deadbeat dads, weekend warrior dads. dads like me working for 12 years, 2 jobs. Your wife don't appreciate you, your kids don't listen to you, but you're a cool guy. You have a podcast that goes out to you. Hey.
Wow. That's what kind of
You know what I
Father's
mean?
Day. That's the kind of Father's Days we got going. There's going to be like a fucking fight on the lawn in your nice neighborhood, and people are going to be like fucking coming home from lunch with dinner with the fam, and be like, "What the fuck is happening out here?" Barking
gonna be having
dog.
there with a garden hose, trying to hose down the fight.
Yeah. You got the dog chewing on a bike, like in Step Brothers.
Yeah. We're gonna double KO.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I just want to sing that song to all you fathers out there hustling.
Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What? So earlier we were chatting a little bit about just the hierarchy in the household. I think most men,
hierarchy. Yeah. It's like a fucking caste system around here.
It's definitely probably not ethnicity based, but it's definitely sex based. It depends what anatomical parts you have, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's one good thing we got on other podcasts in the Bay Area is, we're funny, whatever, but we're not trying to get likes and all that. We're actual fucking dads.
Right.
We're grinding, we're working, we're hustling. We're fucking dads. And that's what we got on other people. They're just talking shit. We're real. This is real feedback, this episode.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna
Father's Day episode.
Yeah, let's break it. Let's break it all down. So let's talk. I want to go back a little bit because I think you can't really be a father in some senses unless you had like you can't. I think it's hard to be a good father unless you've either had some experience, whether it was from your dad. I mean, I guess if you had a lack of a dad, that could be a motivator though too. But I mean, I think a lot of us learned our style from our parents, right? From our dads. And this week I'm going to my grandmother's funeral, and so part of the exercise is like, trying to find pictures with her that are like, there's a lot of grandkids, so each one's got to find so many pictures. But in this exercise, I ended up going through like my mom, some of her old stuff, and she had pictures of my dad. So I remember my dad, here comes like the teenage fucking angry kid, boy kind of thing. But there's a lot of pictures of him like when they were a young couple. They're happy, they're like fishing. They're at ball games, there's concerts.
Yeah.
And then she's got like pictures of like the next phase after they split up. So they split up when we were young. And then she's got like a boyfriend who's like rides motorcycles, is like Mr. Good Looking, skinny, and all this shit. Yeah. But I always remember my dad. I mean, because my memories are like that post breakup, like angry dad kind of thing.
Yeah. Dads are always the villain, right? Doesn't matter if you're a good dad, you work hard, you're the villain. The dads are the bad guys.
But why do you think? Why do you think it's so? Why do you think moms get that unconditional love?
Yeah. My wife can be a bitch to my kids, but they still love her. You know?
But I mean,
I'm an asshole. I'm the bad guy.
Oh, do they all
clean your room?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're the bad guy. I don't know how it is, but if you're with your wife 10 plus years, you got multiple kids, you got to swallow your pride and ego. Just be prepared, guys. You know what I mean? That's my advice out to all you guys that are struggling with your old lady. Maybe you're not married. Maybe you got your kids every other weekend. You want to make it work with your lady. Swallow your pride and ego. Just fucking let it go. And then things kind of get a little bit better. You know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah, no, I believe that's true. And I wonder like you said, there's a lot of weekend warriors. There's a lot of deadbeat dads. There's a lot of dads that are raising kids by themselves. So somewhere along the line between that, in that relationship where they conceive the kid, something goes left, right? Something goes left and whatever happens. So we're not judging that kind of stuff. Everyone's got their own story. But to your point, like, I mean, both of you and I are both in these relationships that there definitely is like some sacrifice, but I'm not going to say it's not one-sided. I mean, so
it can be. I mean, I'm not one-sided, but I mean, it took me many years, but I had to realize I'm low on the totem pole. Like if you had a totem pole of hierarchy here, you're talking hierarchy earlier. Yeah. I'm fucking at the bottom. I'm the bitch. You know what I mean? That's what you got to realize when you're a dad is I'm sorry. You can fight your old lady and go out and fight your kids, but sooner or later you realize you're the bitch.
But that,
You know, you're fucking Uber. You're eating what we want to eat. You're watching on Netflix. You want to watch we want to watch.
yeah.
You got to realize, and I've realized I'm the bitch.
Wait. But you're, I mean,
Yeah.
is your, so I want to stay on the concept of like where we got our dad norms from. So you're saying that in your world, like in your perfect world, that maybe the totem pole is flipped, and you got the remote, you're calling the shots.
It doesn't work. Not when you have girls. Not when you have teenage girls. No way. That's why I made this pussy palace back here. This is where I reign. This is where my kingdom is, right here.
Oh my God.
I got my beer fridge. I got my 4K TV. I got my weights. I got my comic book and other collections. This is my man cave. This is my domain right here. You're looking at. This is where I can take a shot of Patron whenever I goddamn want to.
God damn. Here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once men, that's what men need. Every man needs a good man cave.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I definitely thought about filming it in the man cave today, but this space is just as good.
Without this man cave, man, I'd go nuts.
Yeah, I mean, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so anyways.
This is where I got my own remote.
Shit.
Out here I can watch whatever I want. Whatever naughty things, any sports I want to watch right here.
There you go. Okay.
But if I go in the house, hold on. If I go in that house, I'm the bitch. And everybody who has struggling with their old lady, just realize after a couple of years and a couple of kids, you're the bitch. And you almost got to realize that, and your life gets a little bit easier. You know?
Well, you could say that, but you could also say, like, if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to listen to the coach. If you're going to put this life together and it's going to be tightly knit and fucking a running well-oiled machine, it can't run on your time. It's got to kind of have, it's got to kind of be.
Look at you, you've already fucking bought into it. You're the bitch too.
Well, everybody is. You show me a man that's out there. Show me a man that's out there. Like my mom's her boyfriend, like I said, like the guy, I mean, there could have been other guys in between, but the guy after she got, like, for my dad, her long-term boyfriend, he would come home and he'd be like, fucking take his shoes off, take a piss, whatever, get in the fucking lounge chair, have a cocktail and read the paper while, like, my mom was like doing other shit, like, making dinner and other shit like that. I'm sure she was having a cocktail too.
Those days don't really exist anymore. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like, I mean, I don't necessarily want that, but it's
no,
also
I don't want that, but I want it's a two-way street. It's like court. You got to get a plea deal going. But I mean, sooner or later, I'm being aggressive and I'm talking.
No,
shit,
that's fine. Do it.
What I'm saying is, it all goes back to what I said in the beginning. You got to let go of your pride and a lot of your ego eventually.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
but that's a given though. I mean, that's, somebody told me a long time ago, like if you want to be with this person, you got to go 100, right? And this is part of it. This is part of that deal where you're kind of like, am I going to be able to give up my days back, especially when you're 20s, your days with your boys, right? Like going out with the boys.
Or having a poker night or something.
Yeah. I mean, people do that. I mean, don't get us wrong. There's people that have that life. And maybe like you and your boys are all married and all the chicks hang out. Like there's those kind of fucking circles like that. So like, I don't have that circle. It's my wife and I and my daughter. Her sister's on the island. Her sister's husband's on the island and their son's on the island. But beyond that, that's the circle.
So for 12 years, I was a bouncer. I was a doorman. That's how I kept my manhood. How do you keep your manhood?
I think,
how are you the master of your domain?
Well, I think for like the first part of it, I was probably very still trying to hang on to college days, and that got me in trouble, right? That was like there was like a temporary separation, and then we get back together and all that kind of stuff.
That sounds like another podcast.
Well, I don't think there was anything there. It was short and it wasn't a lot to report home about. It was just like I still was in those colleges. I was like kind of mid to late 20s and just had a baby and just not knowing what the fuck you're supposed to do. Like that's the part of like this whole dad's thing is like it's also a progression, right? Like you start out being a numbnut.
Evolution.
Yeah, you start out being a numbnut. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And then next thing you know, you got like fucking teenagers, right? Or whatever. So those early days was like fuck up Marco's story. And then after a while, it's like,
I like that guy.
yeah, I mean, who does it? It's like, oh, let me call my wife real quick. And you'd be like, oh, I got to stay late at work. I mean, you don't always lie because you'd be like, I'm gonna get a happy hour. You know, they're sitting there like, I got a baby in the car. I got to go home. I got to get her out. I got to, it's like no time for yourself. Now that the kids are older, like the man's domain or the woman's domain is like the kids are self-sufficient. And like my wife can work on her side business, and then I can like, I either do side business stuff or if I have a work project. So I could find things like that, or I could watch TV, like it's a little bit more of a solo thing, but I'm not, I'm not going like fucking, going like, all right, I'm out of here for the weekend. I'm gonna go do this fucking off-road trip with the boys. Like, I don't have that, and I'm not searching.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
like Crazy Frank. He went to Mexico to clear his head.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm not going by myself to Mexico. Like that's a family trip. But I mean, no judging Frank and his thing. But like, yeah, so it's like it depends what you're into, but you're gonna find it. Like maybe a softball league. Maybe you go, like God knows how many people we know that probably do a softball league. And so Thursday nights are the league night. But to try to do something 5 days a week or 7 days a week, it's fucking damn near impossible by yourself.
You mentioned that. That's how I was a bouncer for 12 plus years.
Yeah.
Is because it got me out of the house.
Right.
For 2 nights a week for 5 hours a pop. I was the old Rob. Yeah. Nobody knew I had a house and 2 kids and a regular 9 to 5. They just thought I was bouncer, doorman Rob.
Yeah.
So I had 2 lives. I'll have the, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5er. And then on the weekends, I could be myself, be a man, and just step away from my fucking low on a totem pole life at home.
Yeah.
And that's what motivated me every weekend.
Yeah, but I mean,
and a lot of people think that's crazy. They think, what kind of dad are you? Or that's weird. But it's just like someone has a bowling night, or you said softball, poker night. That was my poker night, Friday, Saturday, 9 to 2 a.m. Throwing people out of the bar, checking IDs, listening to music, looking at talent every night. It was just, that was my little escape.
Right.
Reality, escape from reality. Every man who's married and has kids needs a little bit of escape from reality once in a while. As long as you come back to your fucking normal shit, I don't care that you escape reality, whether it's video games, you're a golfer.
Yeah.
You need that yin and the yang.
I think
you're going to go nuts. You're going to go nuts.
Yeah. I think, I mean, it's easy to like look at your like scenario that you propose and say, let me shoot holes in it. But yeah, to your point, it's just in general, if you have something that you like to do, you can justify it as a side job or a job like DJing. I mean, that's just something
DJing.
That, like,
there you go.
People do, or like it's an artistic. It's an endeavor, right? Like you're doing something that brings you some kind of joy and lift.
As long as there's a fine line. There's a fine line you can't cross.
Yeah, I think
you're
it becomes
a fucking dad.
Right. I think it becomes hard for the females sometimes. And I'm not trying to say like they don't do the same shit or they don't have like, oh, I'm gonna do a book club or I'm gonna go like fucking do paintings at the bar with my girls. I'm sure there's lots of that. Or there's some like Saturday we're gonna do like a 4-hour hike. Like people do that stuff too. So it's not just us going to the bar and stuff. But I think on the flip side of it too, it just like, it's got to be a negotiated thing. Obviously, like your wife's got to be cool with it.
Plea deal.
Yeah.
Like last weekend I was invited to a party, if you know what I mean, with some entertainment.
Oh, okay.
And I was just straight up with my wife. Hey, I'm thinking about going to this and so-and-so will be there. It's been a while, and she gave me the hard no,
Yeah.
But I wanted to be straight up, not just say I was going to go
bowling, Fucking applause to you for that. That's
what I'm saying. I'm the bitch. So I might as well bitch out and be honest. And my wife actually did say I could go, but she said, don't come back.
That's hilarious. So,
but that's what I'm saying. There's parties out there that still go down like that. And I'm flattered. Thank you. You know who you are. You invited me. Thank you. Keep inviting me, but
maybe at one point.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered to be invited to these parties still.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, Yeah. Happy Father's Day. You gotta say no once in a while, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely think I think you're making a very valid grown up point that, again, for all the young listeners that are 20s, early 30s that are maybe now kind of getting in those most serious relationships, is that type of shit goes out the door. Like anything that has talent, anything that's sketchy in some small way, boys weekend in Vegas, you know what I mean? Like you may
Yeah,
be able to
yeah,
pull that shit off in your 20s, but once you get
yeah.
like you're
You're gonna
fucking
blow your
married,
paycheck up your nose. Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, well, I don't know that, but yeah, I mean, it's just it goes out the door, and you're gonna have to fucking own up to like a lot of fucking
Yeah.
payback if you make it through that, and you're somewhat clean, you didn't hook up with any chicks, you didn't fucking gamble your paycheck away, or do, you know, blow it like Rob said, then
Yeah.
you come
Yeah.
home and you're dealing with that whole aftermath after that for a while,
Yeah.
because you know it's
You
kind of
gotta
yin
pick
for
your
yang.
battles. I
Yeah.
didn't you say that years ago? You gotta pick your battles.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, you always have to. I mean, I think nowadays for me, like there's way less battles. Now it's about spending
Mhm.
money. You know, I see why people get
Yeah.
divorced over spending money.
Oh
But
yeah, for
it's
sure.
just because you don't have money. That's why. It's if you had all the money in the world, you can go fucking buy whatever you want and everyone could be happy. But when you don't have a lot of money, I get that. So that's not the issue. It's really just it's time is an equal resource in relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get back to the positive part. This isn't a relationship episode.
Positive
We
part.
could talk
It
more
is
about the
Father's Day.
negatives.
It's Father's Day. This is a
Yeah.
Father's Day extravaganza podcast dedicated to
Yeah.
fathers like us. And you know,
Yeah, it's about us. So.
there's probably some young dads out there that listen to this, watch this, just had a kid, or maybe thinking about it. Just realize you'll be the bitch.
Wait a
Everything will
minute.
be okay.
My God.
Let's talk
Well,
about
okay,
kids,
let
man.
me
That's
say,
one thing that makes me
yeah.
mad too. Is you know, when you have teenagers like us, a lot of times they don't listen. And especially if you have girls, it's not like you start whooping on them. Like we've been whooped on, you know.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
everything is everything's this era, new era's changed. You know, if you tell them to do something, they say no or they don't want to do it. It's like, fuck, your hands are tied. What are you gonna do?
No, I mean, that's something where you and your wife have to like lay the law down. I mean, I think with like I think when like we were earlier on with kids or with Sophie, I think I was a little bit more hands-on. Like I would never hit. I mean, I probably like lightly spanked her, but not like, you know, consistently. But I may grab her arm or something, you know. But like now you're kind of painting a scenario where, okay, it's well advanced. You get mad, and then if they team up against you, it's kind of like, okay, I have no powers. Now it has to go to you and your wife, and you guys have to agree to like, look.
Well, that's the shitty part. Sometimes it's me and there's them, and they fucking attack me. They attack me.
I know, but then that's what I'm saying is like you and your wife have to kind of figure that out, because I mean, otherwise it's you have no. I mean, you can't live in a house like that, right? I mean, that's kind of difficult.
No. I mean, I get my way once in a while, but
yeah.
They do what I say, but it's on their time a lot of times. Like they want something from me. They wanted me to drive them somewhere. They want to go to Great America. They want to go someplace they want to eat. I better fucking produce. I want them to do something for me. It's on their fucking time. It ain't fucking right now when I ask them to do it.
Right.
You know, and that's a shitty part of fatherhood, especially when you have teenagers and girls. It's like
maybe
they ain't jumping up and doing what you said them to do.
Yeah.
They'll do it, but they'll do it on their time.
Yeah. Maybe you need to have like a Father's Day manifesto and be like, I wrote this 3-page fucking declaration out. So for Father's Day, I want you to sit on the couch and listen while I read this.
They'd be like,
just
be like, suck ass, dad.
You'd be like, number one,
we're playing Fortnite. Suck ass.
Yeah.
Drop us off at the movie theater.
Just be like, guess what? I lost the keys and I'm shutting the power off on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're all fucking locked in this house until we work this out. Yeah.
No, I love my kids. They're great. Most of the time they're great, but you know, they get to that teen and then it's fucking.
Well, I don't think it's like that with everything, but I also think like Sophie doesn't do a lot of chores, right? And I could envision like kids she used to go to school with, like this one family had like 3 kids, and they seem to do everything together as a family. Like, I mean, who knows if, like what the real story was, but you could just know. Like, I tell her sometimes, like, that family there, I bet you all those girls, like, they're helping cooking, they're fucking washing dishes. And Sophie will, she takes care of her shit. She'll put away the dishes.
Yeah.
She does chores, but it's not like, like she's over and beyond and above, but she's a good
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
So it's like, you kind of let her skate.
Well,
And
maybe you got a good kid and I got terrors. Who knows?
No, I'm not trying to paint that picture. Like,
you know what? I'll give you an example, man. I told my youngest daughter, summer break, help me out with the dog, with the puppy. There's dog shit in the backyard. Let's pick it up for me. Pick it up for me today. And
that's something like nobody would do. Come on.
Well, you have a dog. You want a dog. You got to clean up dog shit. That goes hand in hand.
That's like a boy's job, though. I could see as a girl, you'd be like, fuck that.
No, I don't care.
Okay.
You wanted this dog. You made this bed. You fucking lie in it.
Okay.
Anyways, I said, hey, help me out. Clean up the dog shit. That's all I got to do all day.
Yeah.
They text me, yeah, Dad, we cleaned it up. Yeah, we did a great job. I come in the morning and there's I counted it like fucking 9 shit bombs in the lawn still.
Yeah.
My dog didn't shit 9 times overnight. But you told me you cleaned it up. You fucking picked up 1 or 2 and called it a day.
Yeah.
It's things like that that make me mad.
Yeah.
And they don't take ownership of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, dads out there, I'm telling you, that's how it is. Get used to it. Don't flip out. That's how kids are. They just do enough to get by. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much across the board. I mean, but the reality is this, and I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, like the shyness, like Sophie's on a little bit of a shy side. And but like I was listening to like this podcast before the other podcast with the boxers, and it's with Teddy Atlas, who's like a famous trainer. I think he trained Michael Moore, I think, but he's on all the like the big fights. Yeah. And so he was talking about like the bully, right? The bully's gonna show up, and you'd rather have your kids know a little bit about self-defense than not know, and then they're always either going to fear the bully or they're going to get pummeled, right? At least like to be a little bit cognizant. And that's the thing of like sheltering the kids, right? And the other part of it is like, maybe it's not, you're not sheltering the kids, but maybe you're asking them to do something and then they're not doing it. And they're like, oh, everything's great. Well, they're going to go fucking in the real world and someone's going to ask them to do shit. And, and if they're not prepared for that aspect of it too, because I mean, you played team sports, you know what it's like when someone's like fucking in your face, like, get your shit together and fucking like throwing you around and
I tell them that all the time. When they fight each other physically, they talk shit to each other. I say, can't wait till school starts and you guys fucking run your mouth to your peers. I want to see this. And if you get in a fight, it is what it is. I'm not gonna, when they call me, I'm not gonna flip out or take your side. I want to hear what the fight was about. And I can see my daughters getting in a fight. I'm not going to be shocked because they run their fucking mouth. You know what I mean? I guess it's from me. I run my mouth. Fuck yeah, I do. So it is, a lot of it's from me and they learn from me. But, I think they're just going through a phase of they do shit on their own time. When they feel up to it, they do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mean, I
happy Father's Day to me.
Well, okay, let's focus. We can go back to like fucking misery corner, but I wanna get this a little more.
No, I'm not real mad. I'm just saying.
I like you fired up though. I mean,
I'm just telling you, that's why it's the easy way out. I got plenty of homies, plenty of friends that aren't with their old lady. They got their kids once every other weekend. That's the easy way out. I'll be honest. I'll say it. That's the easy way out. Staying with your old lady, fucking dealing with kids. Multiple kids, day in and day out, holding down 2 jobs.
Yeah.
That's the fucking hard shit. That's the shit nobody really sacks up and does.
Your reward,
I'll say it right now.
Your reward is
is
an ungarnished check.
So I can talk shit like this because I'm fucking in the shit. I'm in the shit. Yeah. All you guys that have your kids every other weekend, kudos to you, but that's the easy way out. That's the easy way out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can see why people went that route. Because it's tougher to deal with your lady. It's tougher to raise kids. It really is. It really truly.
Well, you're not just raising kids. You're married. You're committed to somebody, and you're dealing with that shit. Not shit. because my wife's the
Oh.
first one to tell me, like, you know, like romance, like our relationships, there may be some romance in the guy way, you know, once in a while,
Fucking
but
lucky you.
in the girl way though, it's they don't get that. They don't get like the fucking love letters and the roses and, you know,
Yeah.
for some guys for sure, but I mean for me
Not
it's
for
like,
me. Yeah, I'm imperfect.
yeah, so like they don't get that part, but to your point, it shouldn't be like daily. I mean, not to, I don't want to accuse your wife of that on any note. Like, there's no daily payback for the lack of that, but
No.
those are the trade-offs, right? It's like it's hard for a lot of guys to be romantic in that way, but on the flip side, all we're, you know, kind of getting
Yeah.
on the other end of it is like a very business-like transaction sometimes, and it's kind of
Yeah.
it's difficult, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't want to go to work
Yeah.
at home. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want
Yeah.
that atmosphere there.
And when you
either.
want it, you don't get it. When you want it, you don't get it. But then when it's finally time for it, it's like, I don't know. I kind of wanted it when I wanted it.
Yeah,
That's how I am. You know
like
what I mean?
I don't want to admit too much, but I remember that was a fight my mom had with her boyfriend one time. It was just like this whole thing about
Your mom had a fight about that. Kudos to your mom.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah,
Usually it's the dude fucking complaining.
no, but this I mean, if you ever listen to this, would be hilarious. But no, he was definitely into himself. Like I said, like he was like he was like a motorcycle racer. And you know, he had a boat, he had his like boat, and so like all these pictures of like they're either at the track, they're at the vintage car things, they're on this boat. He's like I said, like a good looking dude. And then my mom's like this hustling with this like little taco truck, right?
Yeah.
Fucking very just grind, get up early, get your hands dirty, fucking shoving your hands in ice and sodas and candy and shit, and then coming back and having to make dinner. So at some point you're gonna be like, what the fuck is all, I'm not the fucking house bitch. I work hard. He's a mechanic, so he works hard too, but it's like something's got to give, you know, like if you want to fucking get down and have fun, then, you know, with your partner, then that's got to be a part of the relationship. That makes the relationship stronger.
For sure.
Otherwise, it's like I'm gonna have my head on a swivel every time we go anywhere, because it's that part of the relationship's not there. And that's part of the dad day thing, right? Like ideally on dad's day, you get like some super kinky shit, I guess. So they're like, I don't know, it's whatever floats your boat on dad's day. You should get like a little bonus,
if you're lucky.
Yeah, a little bonus treat of some kind. I don't know. That's just
I joke around with young folks. You know, I tell them, you know what the best part of a relationship is? The beginning.
Yeah, you're right though. Well, no. Okay, I take it back. It's probably the most, what's that word? Like, is it guttural? No, there's another high class word for that. But it's the most like intense part. I mean, obviously having
that's when you're the most horniest, for sure.
Yeah, like if for a guy, that's our wheelhouse. So yeah, that's
13 years later, like you said, it's a transaction.
Yeah, well, it's definitely more like, you know, we're together, we're married. It's what do you call that? Like you take the vows, it's to death do us part, right? So it's pretty much like, you know, it's you and me. So like that has to be a part of it. But yeah, when you're early on, you're courting, right? Both of you are courting each other. So it's gonna be more like I gotta make the sale, right? I gotta hook the fish. I gotta put out. She's got to put out. We got to go to dinner. We got to get drinks. We got to go on a fucking trip, you know. So
the good old days. Yeah.
So let's talk. Like I said, I want to transition just a teeny bit to something different, and then we can come back if we need to. So let's talk.
No.
Let's
overall, we're happy.
Yeah.
It's just once in a while, we're definitely low on the totem pole. Get used to it, fellas. It's worldwide. That's all I'm saying. Don't think you're a one-off. Don't think you're a one-off.
Well, let's you're the bitch. But let's also put it in perspective. Okay. In other countries, shit, there may be more machismo, but look at those other countries. So we're in a country where you could be successful in this country, but there's a lot more rights that are there. Your stack of rights are distributed evenly across the plains and shit like that. But let's talk. Okay, so like I said, we also have had dads. So let's throw a moment out there, like a something your dad did that, was like the ultimate father moment. And it could be one memory or it could be like something you did over time. So I could start that real quick. And I always remember like my dad and the family as a whole would go to games. So it'd be like Giants games.
Yeah.
We'd go to the Shriners games, which were in Stanford. And I think my uncle was always big about going to those games. They were like football. They were like all-star college football games. And so, there'd be all these different players and it would play at Stanford Stadium. And it was put on by the Shriners Foundation that did like, they're a
East
hospital
West
for
Shrine,
East West Shrine. Yeah. And so it was like those kind of games. My dad would take us to Warriors games, believe it or not, kind of when they were shitty, but we'd go on like Martin Luther King Day. I remember going on those. So like sports games are always like those dad moments, get a fucking chocolate malt ice cream in like the 6th or 7th inning. He'd have some beers. You may have like one soda. He'd have like 3 beers, the dad ratio.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So stuff like that. That was always like the go-to, you were going to go to a game. I remember one time my dad came home loaded and, it was me and my brother.
Loaded with cash? Or you mean loaded on booze?
No, just loaded. Just like he was buzzing. He's like, let's go to the game. And now, we're kind of like scared a little bit, like, oh fuck, like he's not in this normal mood because sometimes he'd be angry. So we were always looking for the angry dad.
Yeah.
And then like fun fucking boozy dad would come home. So we'd go, so we get in this cab and we ride all the way to fucking the park in Candlestick Park from Noe Valley. So it was pretty good little ride, like 20-30 minutes. And then we get there and the guy's like, all right, it's fucking $20. He's like, I don't have any money. And so we're like sitting there like how are we gonna fucking pay for this? And then after like a few minutes, the guy's like, just go, because like my brother's handicapped and he probably just felt bad. So then we get out of the cab and then we go to the handicap gate. It's like the gate with the big fucking, and they're like, let me see your tickets. And my dad's like, oh no, we don't have any tickets.
Total hustler.
But like earlier in the day, he's like, he had all this money. And like John, I think my brother was crying, like, cause again, we were like, this is like not the dad we saw. We know he's fucked up.
Yeah.
And so like, he's like, you go hold my money, John, you go hold my money. So we knew he had money, but I think he just was being like on one. Right.
Yeah.
So like we get in there and I don't really remember the game or what the fuck transpired, but then on the way back home, I think we shared a cab with somebody and he was like, I'll pay for the cab for you guys and all that kind of stuff. So it was like a total hustle like that. But I just remember that because it was like the game. We definitely wanted to go to the game, but we had to like deal with dad like the whole time. But that was like a one-off, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are cool moments though.
Yeah. What would you do with your dad? Like what was like a thing that you guys had together?
Camping. Camping was good.
Yeah.
Fishing, camping, going out to Pismo, riding the dunes, ATVs. Yeah. Camping.
Oh shit. That's cool. So he kind of got you started in the whole Pismo thing, huh?
Yeah. And I've recreated it with my kids. They've been out there, even though they're girls. We go out there, we tear up the dunes. So you got to be adventurous. It's too much technology these days.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was telling Sophie about you. I was like, because I kind of got the feeling like, going into today, from your earlier text that we were going to kind of get into like a whole, but then I was like, you like Rob because he kind of does, because Sophie's like really fascinated with driving and she can't wait to drive and she wants to get like a mini, you know, like some little fucking car she could be a racer. But I was I was like, you probably like Rob because like you're definitely like in the dunes or you like to get out and fucking go around the town and see people and like just getting out there and doing stuff. Yeah, because a lot of dads, I mean, I'm sure like kind of like me, I'm kind of a homebody sometimes, and I'm sure people, like kids will probably be like, what are we doing? Like I couldn't imagine having boys. Like that amount of energy is probably like, let's go to the park. Let's go to fucking,
I want to do all that. I want to be seen. I want to talk. I want to, in people's face,
Yeah.
I even hooked up this sick little Bluetooth grenade onto Ozzy's leash. So as I'm walking Ozzy around the block, I'm fucking bumping music. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's sick.
Sick Bluetooth on his leash.
So
I got music. I'm walking a dog. I'm just in my own paradise.
Would you be like one of those old men that got like the tricycles, and then you got like a little car stereo in the back, and you're just like,
fucking, they got people down the street already doing that here. That's pretty normal for San Jose.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. I'm sure San Jose is definitely more bike culture. I was gonna say Oakland, but I don't think anyone's really flossing too hard. The people
So
get
what do you
shot.
got planned? Father's Day. This is the Father's Day extravaganza podcast.
Yeah.
Do you
So
like it? Let me ask you a question. Do you like it when you plan your Father's Day, or do you want your family to produce a Father's Day for you?
I like to pretend the humbleness. So I'm not gonna say much.
Mm-mm.
And it depends. It's like, so this Father's Day is on a Sunday. So if it was my ideal day, maybe we're hanging out for a bit, we get some food, and then then if I start to have a few drinks, then like all the pressure's off, right?
So you
Like,
just want to go somewhere and have a few drinks?
yeah, like I'm not a
You
big
want to like go on the water or a theme park or
oh
bowling alley, Dave and Buster's? I don't know.
no, not really. So okay, so if it's like perfect world kind of shit, I wouldn't mind some kind of adventure. Like, yeah, just go in and go into the fucking restaurant is like a part of it. But like, yeah, like if we were on vacation, it'd be fun to like end it with like a nice dinner, but then maybe have some like kind of cool activity during the day. Like when we were in Mexico, we did zip lining. I didn't think I'd like that, but it's like you get a rush. So if there's some activity in the day that you kind of get a rush,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you can end it with some drinks. I mean, that's kind of like a great day. And the rush could be like going to a football game, go into I love basketball,
Yeah.
go into a
Yeah.
basketball game, something where you're just like the noise and the atmosphere, going to a concert. Like those are the kind of cool shit that I can kind of handle on a
I
perfect
always get
day.
in kind of like a little funk or argument with the family because they'll plan something and I'll be like, just a smart ass, like, oh, thanks for asking me what I wanted to
Right,
do.
right, right.
And they're like, what do you want to do? And then I'll think, fuck, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like, thank God they planned something because when they put it up to me, I'm like, I
Right,
feel pressure. I have to pick something they all like to do.
right. The
Maybe what I
movies and
want
you're
to,
like bored, right?
yeah, maybe something that doesn't involve them. And then I feel like
Right.
an asshole. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like I just let them plan it and I act excited. And usually I am, and I just go with it.
Yeah.
Because if they leave it on me, mine could be, going camping with AC and leaving town, not going with them, or
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking strip club, whatever. You fill in the blank.
Right.
That's really gonna put a smile on my face. So I
What?
better just leave it to them.
Yeah, and I think like for them, maybe the secret sauce is just like, okay, we know dad is the man of the town. So just like somehow get
Yeah.
him talking and being seen and
Yeah.
do something like that. And then everyone's happy when they eat. So have some eating involved. And
Yeah.
like
yeah.
that could probably be like low level, like again with sort of about like levels. But like you said, like and I agree, like I think for men, like we definitely like to bond with our bros. So if you
Yeah.
had the ideal day, I mean, but see, Father's Day is Father's Day, but like say your birthday, maybe your birthday's with the bros, and maybe a Father's Day is
Yeah.
more like with the kids, but they got to kind of do what you want to do or what you like to do. Maybe you don't know what you want to do, but get Rob out there fucking hollering at like
Yeah,
college chicks.
Whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. My wife gets mad because she gets mad. I want the kids to be obedient, like the dog. She's like, they're not the dog. They're not obedient.
Yeah.
I just want them to fucking take out the trash, clean up the dog shit, clean your room, do
Yeah.
simple shit right now. But they're not super obedient. And that makes me mad. But my wife's like, it doesn't affect her at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like that a different upbringing. I mean, it not in a
Yeah.
negative way, but maybe her, you're like, I don't know. Maybe it's just different like that. But I mean, I would obviously it affects
It's probably
you.
my fault in a lot of ways. I want instant
Right.
conclusion, instant answer. I said, take out the trash. They'll be like, okay, yeah. But I'm like, right fucking now.
Yeah.
They say yes, but to them it means yes. They'll do it when they get time.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things you got to learn as a father is you got to be patient. They'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll do it, but it's not right when I fucking want to do it. But they're gonna do it. I just gotta live with that.
No, I mean, but sometimes, I mean, come on. I'll get mad at Sophie sometimes. and it may be something that pissed me off earlier. So it may not just be I'm going in there with a clean head and getting mad. Maybe it's something kind of started the fire, and then I'll yell. I'll get super pissed. I'll be like, Sylvie, now, but then it's like I don't get that pushback from my wife. So I can have that avenue sometimes, but it's hard when, like you said, you want that, and then you have a team against you. But I mean, again, I don't want to get into the dynamics of that.
No. That's why I have this.
It's your dad's style, right?
Man cave.
Right. And it's your dad's style. We all have these different styles, but you gotta.
Yeah, my kids are good. They're straight A students.
Well, damn, you're doing something right.
Yeah, they're 4.0. Once in a while I tease them. I say they're 4 points slow. My wife gets pissed. But really, they are 4.0. So
yeah,
I can't be too mad at them,
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they're gonna take their procrastination. I was talking to the coworker today about that, because I chatted her and I was like, I need some information, and she's like, I'm in a meeting. I'll get back to you. And so I'm like, all right, but I'm like on the side, like somebody else is hitting me up about the same thing, and then we get it solved. And I let her know. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. This has got figured out.
Yeah, you took too fucking long.
Well, then she's like, sometimes it pays to drag your feet. And I'm like, I fucking know that story, right? I know how that is, because I do the same thing.
Yeah. And also it's good to get rid of low-hanging fruit, bitch. It'll be a smart ass to me because you're fucking 4 points slow.
Right.
Sorry, whoever that lady is.
No, she's cool. Okay. But it was just funny. It's just funny because, like, the funny part too is, like, one of her employees was the one that said, like, maybe she knows. It's like, motherfucker, ask her. She's your boss.
Yeah.
Like, don't come to me and like let me fucking do all this research. Thankfully, this new guy, he's really cool. He was on top of it, but it's like, why do people come to you with some information that their little group should know? And they put it on you to be like, figure this out. Come on, dad, figure this out for me. That's the other part. That would be shit like my dad would always get mad at me about, is like, you'd be like, dad, where's the can opener? And he'd be like, look for it. And then you'd have to like fucking go around the whole fucking kitchen looking for this. It's like, it should be this drawer on the top, because we use this thing every day. Like, that's why I'm asking you. That was always like,
it wasn't there. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. That was like
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. My dad was famous for that. He'd be like, look for it. He'd be like,
Father's Day is underrated though, right? I mean, it's just whatever.
No, Father's Day is a big one. Everyone talks about Father's Day.
It's not as big as Mother's Day. Father's Day is that one day everybody fucking gives in, and lets dad pick which restaurant he wants, what movie he wants to watch. It's just kind of a day you give in to your dad.
Do you think like if we birthed the kids out of our ass, that we would have all the glory?
Yeah.
What if we were still not as nurturing as the lady, but we're the one that carried it? Would it be exactly the same as Mother's Day, or would it still be like
I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything. It's just, I just want to, this is basically this podcast. I want to just let you know, dads, hang in there. Don't worry. We've all been through it. I've been through it. 10 plus years married, couple kids. It's a fucking chore. It's a hustle. There's fucking highs and lows. A lot of lows. But just hang in there and just realize you're the bitch and you'll be okay.
Wow. Well, what are you hanging in there for? Death?
I'm hanging in there for fucking Costco run so I can fill up the fucking cart.
They're like, get that heavy thing off the top shelf.
That's my pleasure. That's my thing.
Get that 24 pack of Gatorade for us, please, Dad. You're like,
I'm fucking putting in beer, fucking steak, barbecue stuff, fucking tub of nacho cheese. That's my time to fucking shine. When they're rolling around that cart, I'm just fucking throwing shit in there. And I ain't paying either.
Well, there you go. That's another thing.
That's
I mean,
my pleasure. That's my pleasure.
listen, if you pay for shit, if you have the big wallet in the family, you probably get everything you ever asked for. So that's your only fucking stopping point for a lot of these relationships.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
Life goes on. Life goes on.
God, this guy took a really dark podcast.
I told
angle.
you. I told you. But people need to hear this. Young dads, middle-aged dads, they need to hear this shit. It ain't fucking all roses out there. It's hard fucking work. Bailing out's easy. Bailing out's easy. That's the easy road. Hanging in there is the hard fucking work.
Yeah, but you don't want to hang in there and have this miserable fucking marriage either. I mean, come on.
No, I'm not saying my marriage is in turmoil. I'm just saying it ain't easy. I'm not saying it's terrible, but it's just not easy.
Listen, you got to be. I think. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some other advice. So, okay, go ahead, sing your song.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead, give me some advice. Go ahead, Mister.
No. I just think
sunglasses. Go ahead.
I think you got to be obviously friends with your wife.
Oh yeah.
And the better the friends, the better the outcome.
Well, tell me something. Tell the people something they don't know.
No, but I mean,
that's too gray, man. Be friends with your wife. Well, that's how you got with your wife.
Yeah, but I mean, also though, like when she's teaming with your kids, I mean, obviously she loves those kids, but it's also, she's got to choose your side too, though. So she's got to reinforce that, like, hey, dad's asking you to do a chore. This is the understood. I mean, if there's certain chores like girls picking up dog shit, that's I understand if that's where you're going, but I mean, I don't usually. That's kind of a guy's job in some worlds.
No, equal opportunity, man. Women are doing things these days. I'm sorry.
So you're fighting the battle. You're like breaking the glass ceiling one dookie at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so anyway, just with the friends thing, it's like, I mean, it's got to be.
Okay, give me some real advice, though. Give me something I can chew on.
That is real advice. So that's step one. I think early on, after learning my mistakes, and like I had to go into 100%. I got to fucking swallow my pride, like everyone has to do at some point.
That's what I said. You got to get rid of your pride and ego.
Yeah, I think
if it's gonna work.
Yeah, and I think like the love part is like, obviously you love your grandma, you love your uncle, you love your aunt, you love your fucking cousin, you love your wife, but that love for your wife has to be like kind of like it has to be a desire. You have to desire her. And then that's the part where I think I'm still learning that, like there's a desire that's there fucking when the clock strikes, but there's not that desire all the time. Like, like you're on a pedestal, baby.
You keep coming back to sex. I like it.
No, but it's like you used to say like your little, I think you said it earlier podcast. You have like your lines like, hey baby, like just like the whole cheese ball lines.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, it's gotta be like in there too with the marriage. Otherwise, like these other battles that you're fighting, you don't have a teammate in it. You don't have a
no. Don't get me. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nobody's my teammate, nobody's my friend. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying too. Like the hard part of being the dad is really.
Give me something I can dance to.
That is something you dance to.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think my advice is better. You realize you're the bitch. You get rid of your pride. You get rid of your ego.
Yeah, but
and you swallow that shit. You go with the flow. You realize you're the fucking Uber. You realize you're fucking the security guard, and eventually you're going to get the meal you want. You're going to throw shit in the Costco cart. Okay.
But if it stops there, then that's absolutely ridiculous. Come on.
What do you mean? I don't care if it stops and ends there. I'm happy. I got a good meal at the end of the road. I'm fucking throwing shit in the Costco cart that I really want. That makes up for all the shit I put up with.
I don't know. Do you think anyone?
What do you mean? What else do you want? What else do you want? You want to fucking? But you want a blowjob? What do you want?
No, like let's say like my brother in his 50th birthday, right? He had a soiree. I mean, sure, like they're in that position and
they had whatever soiree. What'd you say?
Well, the whole event I went to, like the 50th birthday party, is at this whole place. Like a.
So Airbnb. That's what you like? You like a big party or
no? But I think it's like you're painting a picture where you're just going to be like the low man on the totem pole. No one's ever going to do shit for you. it's, you know, like it's just not going to be a celebrated thing. And I'm trying to say, like, you know, when
I
you
mean,
play the game in a certain way, it's going to be, you're going to be more celebrated. I
well, what
mean,
I'm
it's like
trying to say
anything.
is men out there and young dads, they need to grasp that you're going to be low on the totem pole. It ain't about you anymore. It ain't fucking about you. It's about your wife and your kids. And that's what people have to realize. That's what I'm driving home right here on this Father's Day episode. It ain't fucking about you. No one gives a shit about you. Keep working hard, put money in the bank, drive me around, be my protector, be my bodyguard, and you can live a good life. But you are low on the totem pole. But this is what life's about.
Well, as soon as you have a kid, it's all about the kids, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess that's what I'm driving home.
Okay,
here.
all right.
I'm talking a lot of shit. But overall, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Is it ain't about you. It ain't about you. Where you're gonna be this Friday night, what you're gonna wear, who you're gonna talk to, how many likes you're gonna get. It ain't about you. It's about your kids now. That's it right there.
So it's kind of like an Al Bundy. You have the Al Bundy dad sort of fucking mindset where he's got the wallet out, he's giving it out to Peg and Bud and I can't remember the daughter's name. Christy Applegate. You're giving the kids money, you're taking the L's. You used to be a fucking all-star running back that scored 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns.
I had my glory. And then now it ain't about me. And the sooner you understand that it ain't about you anymore, it's about your wife, it's about your kids, you can live a better life.
Well, maybe that's the whole romance thing I'm missing. It's like I'm over here like I'm a functioning person on a Monday through Friday. I need to like break in and just start to like be romantic through that, you know, carve out 10 minutes a day to do that or whatever.
So obviously I said what makes me happy.
Yeah.
A good meal, throwing shit in the Costco cart that I personally want. What makes you happy?
So I like when we travel. I mean, sometimes like the traveling, and now this is just another version of the throwing the stuff in the shopping cart, right? So I don't want to say like everybody can go travel, but you know, we're in a situation where sometimes we can travel. And sometimes we go, let's say like we're going to go somewhere that's like a city, right? That's a little bit less on the desire level for my wife because it's a little more hectic. There's not that chill time. But like, let's say we were to go somewhere on vacation where there's like a pool or a beach or something, that's the more chill time. So I like those times with the family because either way, we're getting that adrenaline rush one way or the other, and we're chilling. You know, we're outside of the house because I think a lot of times I feel like being at the house, there's that pressure of fucking bills and the fucking ceilings caving in and the fucking animals that are running around crazy and the neighbors. When you're on vacation, then so a lot of times, just because my birthday's in the summer, I think, but in the summers we'll go and do a vacation right around that end of July timeframe. So that's been like the best, you know, the best thing we do as a family is to go do something outside of our general area and kick it for like a week, and then you do something. And it doesn't have to be a week; it could be a weekend or whatever. But it's just getting outside of the normal place where that can be stressful sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I hope people listen. I hope people listen to us.
Yeah. Well, they will. I mean, they will. I mean, there's got to be.
This is the blunt, brutally honest Father's Day knowledge right here.
Yeah, but you're talking to a very
Happy
specific,
Father's Day,
a very. Say that again one more time so we can get the audio.
Happy Father's Day, motherfuckers. Right?
Right.
It's all about making you happy once in a while.
There you go. I'm with that.
No one's gonna make you happy but yourself.
Well, no, most of the times it happens with somebody else. I mean, we were talking about
fuck, you at the strip club a lot or something?
No,
what the fuck are you talking about? Who's making you happy?
Well, okay, you can't make yourself as happy as, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm addicted, but like I think like I don't know.
I think you're full of shit most of the time, but I like you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we're dads, bro. We're dads. We have to be dads. Like, you gotta have dad jokes. You gotta be that sense of humor. You gotta fucking shuffle people around. You gotta be like an Uber driver, and you gotta get fucking
Yeah.
3 or 5 stars, whatever Uber rates you. You gotta have gum for them. You gotta buy them candy and sodas and keep them sugared up, and make sure that they see their friends and they have play dates, and they go see some fucking show you don't want to see, and that
Well, okay.
you're at the recitals, and you sacrifice all
Yeah.
that stuff. You're at the baseball or the basketball game, you're at the 4-hour track session, you make those sacrifices. So I definitely get that part.
Okay. But tell the people out there something they don't know. Like, I'm dropping all this knowledge. Tell the young dads something they need to know right now.
I'm telling you right now, and you're not taking that advice like for what it's worth, but I'm saying like you have to be friends with your wife. Now, that doesn't mean like you never stop looking at other girls. You should do that all respectfully, but it doesn't mean any of that. It just means that, in order for the household not to be some fucking divide and conquer sort of thing, if you have a partner going into it and you try to maintain that, there's your failures will be less pronounced, and you won't be such a fuck up. And same thing for them. They won't be such a fuck up either, because it's really easy to get like a competitive sometimes.
Yeah, it
and
is.
be like, like, oh, the girls love you more, or like sometimes that here.
Now
like,
you're talking. See, I like this what you're saying now.
Like, my daughter loves me more, or whatever. Like,
oh, she does. I believe you.
Those things get said, but it's like, okay, it's not really the truth. The truth is like, maybe your activities with your kids are different from the other person, and maybe the kids like a certain activity over the other one. So then there's like this, they get the gold star, you get the gold star for some reason, or vice versa. So having the friend, then that competitive angle gets lower. Like you like you said, you kind of swallow your pride. You're not trying to battle. Every little battle isn't something that you're going to trying to win. You're like, you give up some, they give up some, and you have a plea deal. You have a team front for hard times. Like, as soon as like your kid fucks up, you don't want to have like, oh, it's your fault. You fucking let them look at these dirty magazines, and now they're out there fucking doing whatever, or smoking cigarettes. You don't want to do that kind of shit, because that's fucking evil in your relationship. Instead, like, you can handle most of that shit with your wife or your husband or whatever, and then go to the kids and kind of provide a united front. So that way, the kid doesn't go like, well, mom, whatever. So they're humans too. And that's the thing, is you gotta fucking, you gotta overpower them with that shit. So that's just where like the friendship and being less competitive is important. Like, my wife is the breadwinner for, and so I got to be humble, and she wants to do extra time to work on like a side gig or whatever she wants to do. Fucking do it. Shit, I'll fucking I'll be the bitch. I'll be the taxi driver if needed.
Yeah.
But then after a while, we're back to splitting the chores, because that we both feel that that's important, to, even if it's 10 minutes ship, giving my daughter a ride somewhere, we were both willing to do it, because it gets us out of the house, and B, it's like you spend that little bit of time with the kids, right? Because I mean, your kids will fucking grow up super fast, bounce on you, and then it's like any kind of negativity that they got from you is going to be why they don't call you or fucking
do it. That's now, deep.
Well, they're gonna live they're gonna live
real.
They're gonna live a life. They're gonna fucking find somebody else. They're gonna find a boyfriend,
they're not gonna
or
give
girlfriend.
a shit about you unless you're cool with them.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So so for me, I guess just that the little takeaway is just the friendship part. Be friends with your old lady or old man, and then be friends with your kid, because otherwise it's just you're gonna be a lonely motherfucker trying to fucking jump.
Yeah. Overall, I'm happy. I don't want to die alone.
Yeah.
I'd rather die in my living room out here,
in the middle of a family reunion.
Like the fucking Ultimate Warrior did.
Did he? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's see what other. I was trying to think earlier. Sorry, I know we don't have to be on this forever, but I was trying to think earlier.
No, I like being on this tip. This is the Father's Day Spectacular. I was saying nothing else. Nothing more.
Yeah, I was trying to think earlier about like a good role model dad, and it always led me back to like TV, because then I'm thinking of like we talked about Al Bundy earlier, like you were kind of painting a picture, former glory turns into like house bitch, but then there's like Bill Cosby was like another show, the Cosby Show, where he
Good
was, I
role
mean,
model.
yeah, exactly. He turned out to be a fucking predator, but he the TV version of him, he always had like made the kids kind of feel stupid, but he was also hella funny. Like he'd like get into like this whole like kind of clown act at times.
Yeah.
Very animated and stuff. So and then you got like dads like the cop with the Winslow,
Yeah.
or you have like Uncle Phil. I just think
I
like
Uncle Rico the best.
Uncle
Napoleon
Rico.
Dynamite, Uncle Rico.
But I mean, I can see people's dads like that. Like they got this like fantasy they're running in their head. They live in a van. You know, they got a real dialed in sort of environment that they're.
You know what? This is why I like I'm just being biased, but our podcast here, excuse me, we talk about the real shit, right?
Yeah.
This is real, man.
Well, I'm glad you have I'm glad we have this this avenue to where we can vent this kind of stuff. It's hard to be a dad. They should have a fucking shirt.
They can't play music and sing. We do all that.
That's a part that we can anybody can edit in. But I like that you're learning.
Yeah. But there's no other local fucking podcast in the Bay Area that the fucking host or co-host sings. We do that shit.
I'm sure there's one. Come on.
We'll call them out. Have them sing a song.
There's one with
who?
With Rappin' Forte where he sings.
Well, I'm talking, that's big time. I'm talking just Bay Area, small time, 80s music. Like 80s music?
Yeah, sure. Sing Take on Me.
I don't like those guys.
Okay.
How about this one? Here we go. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I want to say. You know, I like my strippers just a little bit older, and I don't want to lose your love tonight.
Oh, I like it.
I just want to lose your love tonight. Happy Father's Day, motherfuckers. What other local Bay Area podcast does that? Just us.
You know what my daughter said before I got on the call was like, don't get canceled. This may be the cancel. This is where we lose followers.
Why would we get canceled? We're talking about us, our issues, our problems that may be like your problems.
There's going to be some guy out there right now that's like, his chick's pregnant. He's like, damn, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should stick with this.
I just heard all that shit Rob said, man. Fuck.
Am I going to do something solid and make my mom happy, or am I going to bounce on this chick and then just be the weekend warrior dad and keep my band together, keep the band together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did your daughter watch the episodes?
I don't know. Sometimes I think so, but we got fucking 18 episodes. This is 18. Well, we already got 18, but this is going to be, officially
18 dummy.
Yeah. We have one dummy and we have 17 other ones. So who's got that much time? Man. But people should watch all of them and learn about us. We're real human beings out there.
Yeah. This ain't acting.
You're seeing a man break down in front of you.
I've done some light acting. Insert photo.
Yeah.
All right. How do you want to end on it? Go ahead. You're the level-headed guy. Go ahead. End on something positive. Go ahead.
I don't know that. I mean, I'm looking forward to Father's Day because I think we do get a little shine on Father's Day for whatever it's worth. You can kind of walk, even if you walk around the house and say, we didn't do this on Mother's Day. Like you got
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. If you go outside and smoke a cigarette in the backyard, like no one's gonna get mad. Or if they do get mad, you'd be like, it's Father's Day. You can kind of like, take a shit with the door open maybe and just get away with. You can get away with a lot of little stuff on Father's Day. So
yeah. You can get away with watching this.
Oh yeah, you should watch this. This should be like as soon as you wake up and you're fucking taking a shit or you're gonna get in the gym and work out, just put this in the background and let the fire that came out of Rob today motivate you to do another set, one more set.
Woo!
Yeah. So yeah.
We spilled the tea.
Let's do it.
Tea.
Let's do it. Let's do a little sip.
All right.
Here we go.
Happy Father's Day, man.
Happy Father's Day, episode 18. We're still here. We went down a real honest path today.
Rabbit hole
for all of the motherfucking dads to be.
That's right.
But yeah, there's a lot of deadbeat dads out there that don't necessarily need this advice because they've already made those mistakes. And we're gonna save you from that.
They can watch everything I said and said, glad that ain't me.
That's right. Hey, I think here I'm gonna end it on like this. You're winning, bro. Like you said.
No, I'm doing good. I'm talking a lot of shit, but I'm having fun. 2
beautiful kids. Got a beautiful wife. I'm
at the water park working on my tan. Oh,
there we go. You got an extended family that's all over Instagram. There's like 75 of them. They're all fucking hustles and pictures of dogs and kids. And we got we just made 100 followers on the Insta page that we barely take care of. So shout out to everybody that's joined. We got 44 followers now on YouTube.
I got a fridge full of beer. So
hey! I don't know how to do
that. Can't hate on that.
No, bro. We're rocking.
Here, I got some. I bought this for my Father's Day gift to myself.
Oh, dope.
Cruise beer right here.
Yeah. You should get a tattoo that says fatherhood.
See, this is the little pleasures. I can jump in my fridge right fucking here and pull out 4 fucking cold ones. That's the fucking little pleasures of life.
Dude, you're winning. I'm gonna do one from the garage. You can see my little setup, but it's very similar in that I don't have a fridge in there. But the ability to go in there, throw some music on, you got a TV that's rocking. Yeah, that's what fathers should look for. What else can fathers have? A separate family, so there could be fathers twice.
PJ once in a while. All right,
let's do that. Let's start a campaign. Let's start a Kickstarter for Rob's BJ. All we need is $37, and we can hook it up.
Yeah.
No. All right. Shout out to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're on the edge of a fucking bridge, back up.
And have a sip.
Have a sip. All right.
Live the life.
All right. Peace.
Easily I approach the fifth of him because I ain't